Happy Tuesday, everybody. How you doing? This is Tracing Roots, Telling Tales Tuesdays, Genealogy with Donna, and this is episode 69, Holidays, Traditions, and Family Patterns. So, cultural inheritance. What gets passed down? My story is, well, there's several things that got passed down, but one of the stories that got passed down, one of the things that got passed down was fried bread. My grandmother lived in New England. The Indians introduced fried bread to the pilgrims that came, and it was a tradition in our home, whether it be Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, New Year's. You'd make the dough and you'd let it raise, and then you'd go ahead and split it into little loaves. You'd let that raise, and then you'd use Crisco oil, melt it down, and put it in the lower half of a Dutch oven, and you'd fry it up. And that's still being done in our family today. So that would be, actually, my great-grandmother did it. So that's 4 generations, 5 generations so far that are doing it. So that's pretty cool, I thought. Hi, Shirley. How you doing? So traditions often outlive the people who started them. Now, I don't know who started it, because I know my great-grandmother did it, my grandmother did it, my mother did it, I did it, my daughter Jennifer is doing it. And I'm sure that her daughter Alex will do it too. But at this point, I don't know who did it prior to Bertha, my great-grandmother. So I'm assuming that it, continued back through. But that would be an interesting, if I could find any connections to that. Many customs survive for generations, even when nobody remembers their origin. Food tells family history. This is a good one. Recipes can reveal ethnic roots, migration paths, and cultural influences. My father was also raised in Connecticut. On his Thanksgiving table would be squash, eggplant, and on our table, those things were there. My mother did not have those at her table from her parents that had come from New England and came to California, but they would have pearl onions, and they would have dressing with oysters. So, different regions, different areas, different cultures, different families, and you have different mixture of foods. Very interesting. Celebrations reflect your heritage. Holiday customs often connect directly to religious, national, or regional traditions. 4th of July, it's always going to be guacamole for me. I love avocados. I live in California. That's, for me, California is synonymous with avocados. Families pass down more than genetics. Values, saying, habits, occupations, and traditions frequently move through generations. You have heard of great-grandfathers, fathers, sons, and grandsons all being farmers, or electricians, or carpenters, or mechanics. All of those things passed down and started at a very early age and continued on through life. Understanding family patterns helps explain who we are today. The traditions we keep often connect us to ancestors we have never met. I would love to be in a room with some of my ancestors, perhaps maybe 7, 8, 9 generations back. I'd like to have no judgment on how we dress today versus how they dress today. I'd just like to have a conversation with them. I'd like to ask a bunch of questions. I'm sure they'd have questions for us too. Anyway, take care. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.